All right, today we're digging into something really fascinating. It's from Jane Eyre Harden's work, We Have No Choice. And this is a story that kicks off with a massive, life-threatening health crisis, but then it zooms out to this really provocative theory about the invisible environment that we're all living in. It's a journey that's definitely going to make you look at our modern world in a whole new way.
So where does a story like this even begin? Well, for the author, it started with a single moment, a moment that literally stopped everything.
I mean, wow, that's a heck of a statement. You can see right away this wasn't just some medical issue for the author. It was the spark. It was the beginning of a personal quest to figure out the why behind it all. They started to wonder, was this really just a random thing that happened?
And even though the diagnosis was epilepsy, the author started connecting some dots. It turns out all 4 of their major seizures happened in places with this potent cocktail of radiation sources going at the same time. Think Wi-Fi, smart meters, microwaves, cell phones, all of it. And this personal connection is what launched a much bigger investigation into the world around it.
So that personal crisis opens up a much bigger question, right? What exactly has changed in our environment? The author suggests we're all a bit like frogs in a pot of water that's slowly being heated up, totally unaware of just how hot it's getting.
And this timeline really visualizes that core idea. You can see this insane acceleration, right? We go from Ben Franklin's kite experiment all the way to this super dense, high-energy world of 5G and smart cities. The point being made here is that this isn't just a small, gradual change. It's an exponential explosion that has completely rewritten our environmental baseline.
This constant exposure brings us to a really key concept in the author's work: cumulative load. The whole idea is that our bodies aren't just dealing with one thing at a time. Nope, they're managing this total burden. All the chemical stuff, the psychological stress, and yes, the electromagnetic factors all layered on top of each other all day, every day.
Okay, so how does this cumulative load actually affect our bodies, according to the source material? Well, the answer apparently flows right through our veins. It is all about the blood.
Now, drawing inspiration from the work of a healer and activist named Sister Samaya Kambui, the author asks a pretty bold question. Could those weird blood clots found in COVID-19 autopsies be related to an advanced form of cell sickling? The theory presented here is that both conditions have some striking similarities, like damage to the linings of our blood vessels and this state of, hypercoagulation or intense clotting.
You see, for our blood to do its job and deliver oxygen everywhere, our red blood cells have to be super flexible, able to squeeze through the tiniest little capillaries. This slide lays out a bunch of stressors that the source claims can cause these cells to get stiff and clump up. And notice EMF exposure is on there, which is said to cause something called rouleau formation, where the cells basically stack up like coins.
So if we're up against this invisible cumulative stress, what are we supposed to do about it? Well, the author doesn't just point out the problem. They propose a really clear 2-part strategy for building resilience. And it's all about fortifying from the inside while shielding from the outside.
The first part of that strategy is to fortify the body, starting from within. And the inspiration here is Sister Samaya. I mean, she defied her life expectancy by decades through what the author terms blood empowerment, which was built on a foundation of some very specific plant-based nutrition.
And here you can see the nutritional blueprint for that strategy. It's all rooted in foods that are believed to strengthen the blood, support good circulation, and bring down inflammation. Things like hemp seeds, tons of leafy greens, and beets, they're all highlighted as being really foundational.
The second part of the plan is to shield the body from the outside. And look, these are simple, practical things anyone can do. The idea isn't to become a Luddite and get rid of all your tech. It's just about mindfully cutting down on unnecessary exposure, especially when you're resting and recovering. As the author argues, distance is our most powerful shield.
So what's the big takeaway here? What does all this add up to? Let's look at the broader vision for the future that this whole story is building towards.
And this is a really crucial point. This whole argument isn't framed as being anti-technology. Not at all. It's more of a call for precaution, a suggestion that real progress has to include the health and the resilience of the human body.
This quote just perfectly captures the ultimate call to action, doesn't it? It's really a plea for a huge shift in our priorities, to start valuing our biological well-being with the exact same passion and intensity that we chase after technological innovation.
And that leaves us with this really powerful question. It's challenging us to look past what our technology can do and to start asking with just as much focus what its cumulative effect is doing to us. It's a call for a new kind of balance in our crazy, hyper-connected world.